Okay, it looks like we're live. We're going to do a short, kind of special episode of the Joy of Planting. It's just hanging out, putzing around on a Sunday morning. Ben was doing some streaming and he figured he was done. So, since everybody kind of wanted to just continue to hang out and I was putzing a little bit with this course anyway, we can just turn this into an episode. Easy enough. So, let's see here. All right. So, I did a bad thing. I started working on this whole off stream partly just because I figured this was going to be a very tough, finicky, uh, finicky project. I didn't really have any great ideas for this one yet, so I didn't want to do all of my fussing on stream, like because this would be a 2 hour episode where I finish half of a hole just because I don't have any great ideas for it yet. But got everything done, I think, except for the fairway bunkers up front. Although I probably need to, I can adjust the landscape on this hole a little bit. I want to show off a little bit more of that work there, so you can raise this whole ridge down, I think, a little. Wow, that might be the fastest bot I've ever seen. That's impressive. All right. Ben, thank you for the raid. I'm so shocked. It's not like we discussed this beforehand. All right. Let's see here. Of course, I could just raise the tee a little too. That would work. Maybe slightly cheaty, but hey. We'll figure something out with this one. Yep, exactly. Yeah, again, you gotta love it when you go live and the first person to hop in your stream is a bot. They are efficient. Probably want to raise that green or something. Again, I have time to figure out exactly how we're routing this, so. Oops, that's a little too much land movement. Drop this down just a touch. There we go. I think that's a little more the presentation we're looking for. Oh, your screen res seems odd. Yeah, I have an ultra wide monitor, so yeah, there's gonna be yep, what Ben said. I don't know how to adjust the I don't know how to adjust the what do you want to call it? Uh the resolution that it streams at, or the sorry, the not resolution, whatever, the dimensions it streams at. I'm blanking on the term for whatever weird reason. So I think this will be a shortish episode because I don't have a ton of time to stream. Probably like an hour at most. Thank you. Aspect ratio. That's the word we're looking for. You know, words are hard. We know. There will be plenty of me stumbling over words over the course of this stream or series, whatever. Either. All right. So we want probably two bunkers there. Maybe a little heart shaped one. That's fine. And then we'll throw another one in here. Something like that, maybe. Looks fine by me. Alright, we'll just fill those in, and then we'll get to, we'll get to, I think this will be a good short episode. Uh, yeah, I only have an hour to stream, so we won't be going very long anyway. Plus, the next hole that I'm working on is our short par 3, which will A, be a ton of fun, and B, will not take that long. So, another perfect opportunity for a short stream. I did not want to work on that one off stream. This one was going to be finicky, so I'm okay with doing a little bit of the work on this one off stream. There you go, easy enough. Hello, yes, hello other mats. Welcome to the stream. Alright, I'm sure these could use a little bit of work sculpting wise, but I don't need to. I don't know. I'm sure I'll have to do an example of me finicking with bunkers for a while on some episode, where it's just, doing all the finishing work for it, but this doesn't need to be that stream. There we go. Easy chip in. Easy game. I love the spot that this hits in. I think this is a great opportunity for a memorable golf hole. Plus, it'll be a fun short template, I think. Join a new group solely made up of mats. I mean, we could just do both. We could have a secret mat subgroup. Alright, again, we want a couple trees in the background, but we don't want to overdo it. We can sprinkle a couple in there. Yeah. Okay, I kind of want to just the last ones, or I think we want this area to be a little bit more open, but we'll have a couple little groves of trees in there, just in a couple bunches. And we'll see how it turns out. Looks good for now. Society of Mets, yes. Uh, Interested if there's anything you're trying to do. Um, yeah, I'm just trying to, I think maybe a little of both. Just trying to do something that's evocative of a little bit of a different style. We know Dylan is our resident Ross guy, where every course that he does is Ross inspired. But I wanted to dip my toe into that idea just a little bit. I know you and I had talked about doing the Aronimink collab, but since we already have another collab brewing, and I know you said you were super busy, and I figured this was probably gonna die on the you know uh, or was not gonna make it, so I kind of just wanted to steal that idea and just run with the Aronimink idea on my own and be like, oh, well, I wanted to do something a little out. I already did my kind of wild, crazy, ruggedish course with Camino del Mar recently. So hence now I always like to kind of alternate between the two. So now I want to do now I want to do that kind of clean, more what do you want to call it? Like like Parkland, kind of neat, tidy course concept. That's fair. But most of the courses are. Not all of them. Alright, there's a perfect place for our short template. I was going to say, now the thing is, I know I've done, actually let's go raise that back up. I'll have to find some kind of creative way of making this whole um, challenging, or this green challenging, which is probably too much. I've done a lot of shallow greens that are very wide, so I think we make this a narrow green that's very deep, just to change things up. Gaudy clubhouses. Maybe. Yeah, I don't need to make it that big. We'll scale the green down a little bit. Yeah. Alright. We'll see how this goes. Whoops. Actually, we wanna make that rough band a little less prominent on this one. As the green actually slopes front to back, I overdid the flattening there. Well, obviously you can just make it so it has a ridge or a spine in there. That's fine by me. Well, I suppose I can't drop that too much because we want that to be our little fairway runoff. Of course, I could just move the tee a little bit, which would work fine. Get us away from that hill. Obviously, we start there. clear out the distance markers. Yeah, and I kind of find the same thing with clubhouses as well. It's really just like, okay, what buildings vaguely have the look I'm going for, that it's can I pair them with other things to make something that looks unique-ish. I'm gonna go into one of the sharper edge brushes because we want to we want to get this flattened out, and we want a little bit of a harder edge on the actually a little bit of the softer one. We want a harder edge on the green edge, but we want the slope running off the green to make sense. So that gives me so that means I have a nice kind of sharpish edge for the green, but it runs off at a reasonable slope. All right. So I could go crazy with bunkers on this one if I wanted. And I might. But first let's go play around with the green a little. I want a big spine running through here. Whoops. Alright, that's a bit much. Again, we'll have to, there'll be some editing that goes into this green. See if that's fine. Obviously you can throw some in the back if we wanted. Whatever. I'm not sure how I want to do that green just yet. This isn't a bad start. Yeah, well, the whole Sandbelt, his whole Sandbelt course was entirely class, but the clubhouse was especially awesome. All right. We'll figure some stuff out for this green. It's gonna be interesting trying to work this one out. I could go run around and do one of these around the edges just to kind of sharpen that look up a little. And alright, I think that's a fair enough looking whole location. Now now it's like, okay, now it's framing time. Gotta figure out some bunkers that look good here. And since it's a short, we can guard the hell out of it. That doesn't look very good. Maybe there's this ridge here, so maybe we avoid that ridge and make this one kind of like this shaped. That could work. Maybe even smaller than that. This will be a tiny bunker. Alright, and then we can throw another one in here. I'm not sure what shape I want for this one just yet, but that kind of works. And I can throw like 3-inch short here. And I think that'll work. Actually, here, we'll do a quick save. Just in case. What Ben said. This will be the whole of 1,000 bunkers. I really should just do like a spoof course where I just create, at least 35 bunkers on every hole. Like Dan has his Augusta challenge where the original routing of Augusta National had what was it, like 21 bunkers or something like that. It basically won a hole. And then like you could get two on a couple of them. So, so that was always Dan's challenge to me of like, hey, you should try to do a course that only has 20 bunkers. And I might do the opposite of, hey, you should try to do a course that has at least 35 per hole. Whistling Straits, exactly. But the bunkers need to just be even crazier. Alright, that's not bad looking. And I can obviously work the sculpting a little bit as we go. There you go, that's the start. Alright, I mean that's not I'm not totally sold on it yet, but that's not a bad start anyway. Dang it, those trees keep blocking my view of this guy. Alright, so definitely want one short. Something like that will do, I think. And then we'll sprinkle another couple into the sides, obviously. So something like that, maybe. Yep, that will work. And then we can come up with something a little curvier or something. Alright, that's not bad looking. Although I should make this run up this way just a little bit more, I think. The Lithm challenge. Yes. Although it's funny, I've weirdly found that comparing kind of what I've been making to the real life course, uh, I'm my Aronimink inspired course does not have nearly enough bunkers. I've been kind of going pretty minimalist on the bunkers on most of these holes in terms of Aronimink style. Where it's like, oh, I can throw one or two here, one or two here, and like that's all the bunkers this hole needs. And then you go look at the real life photos, and it's like, oh, there's that same style of hole has 38 bunkers on it. All right. I'm still not totally sold on how this one's framed, but it's not bad. That's funny. But yeah, I was also like digging deeper into Aronimink. I found it kind of funny how like there are a lot of bunkers that just aren't remotely in play. Like there's just tons of them. I thought that was kind of funny. Like oh, of course I picked this one. normally for something this early on, I don't worry about how the bunkers look that much. Actually, that looks okay. I don't mind that. But seeing as it's just, it's the short hole, which I love short holes, so I really want to highlight it. And it's like there's not a lot going on with this hole that isn't bunkers, or that isn't like framing and stuff. So you want it to make an impact, which means that you want it to be framed in a way that's dramatic and intimidating. Like this is definitely the hole to make a kind of visual statement on. I don't want it that much sloped, but we want a little bit more. Wow, we have so many butts. That is very true. Yeah. I know there were some that he put in play that were only like 130 yards off the tee, though. They're just there for visual intimidation and framing. I don't know if I'm totally sold on the framing on this one. It's just not quite there. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on this one? The side bunkers look solid, but the front one looks just a little odd to my eye. I don't know if I'm just expecting too much of it, or if I should just go edit it a little bit. That stupid tree is in the way. It really does annoy me right now. Alright. Tree above the front middle bunker. Like this one right here. Actually, yeah, that could work. It needs some framing from the other side. Yep, that'll work. We'll sprinkle a couple in. That might be a winner. I want to drop this spot just a little. Again, I'm. What do you want to call it? Um, there's a fine line on this one of making contours that function for this hole and don't block the views that you want on this hole. It's kind of a pain. It's like the slopes look just a little off. Of course, I guess that makes the miss over here a little more course, I can also lower it just a touch from this side, and that'll make the runoff a little less severe. Actually, yeah, that could work. Alright. Yeah, that looks a little better. And it looks like it functions okay for this hole. We'll have to throw... Oh, I mean, I completely agree with Dan in that uh, like the green contours are gonna completely, like that's the entire hole in terms of how it plays. Like I'm 100% on board with that. But I also just wanna like, because the green contours for me come later. I'm not as worried about those at this stage because I can always kind of adjust those as I go. Um, Although, in terms of like they have to be relatively close. Oh, it's going to be interesting trying to get 4 pin spots on this tiny little green here. I might have to take a second pass at it or something. Yeah, but when I'm talking about the contours needing to frame the hole, I'm just talking about this hill here that just looks odd to my eye. Which doesn't affect how the hole plays whatsoever. It's just, I'm, I want this hole to present nicely. Because it's a short par 3. They're kind of, by definition, going to be, you know, striking, both in terms of visuals and how they play. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely a fan of the way this one's turning out. Also, I'm feeling a lot of left side pin locations, and let the yeah, exactly. It looks so intimidating, like or crazy downhill. But I think I want, well, all right. So obviously, I think the easiest pin is here in this punch bowl. So that could be our first. Well, maybe we don't want our first pin to be the easy one. All right. So we flatten. We want to reclaim a little bit of that. There we go. There we go. So I can put a pin right in about here. But for our first pin, we probably, how about right here? Is that too close. Yeah, it's a little. Gotta put it right about there, maybe. And our second one can be up here. And 3 will be right about there. 4 can be right out here on this edge. Now we just gotta adjust these slopes just a little so that these areas are more pinnable. I think those are all legal pins. But I figure since the green's gonna slope from right to left, you want the left pins, or the left pins are gonna be the most interesting ones because that means that um, you have to flirt with these, like with the bunkers and the edge of the green in order to get close. And if you bail out and play right, then you have a tricky downhill putt. There's one. God, this is gonna need so much sculpting work. Well, I was gonna say I figured I could do this in under an hour, but I spent 10 minutes of this stream futzing with this hole. I can't believe I've got a mostly finished eighth hole in 35 minutes. This one turned out awesome though. Ooh, I just realized, and I'm gonna have then we're gonna have the 12th hole right behind it too, so you'll be able to see that green from this one. And yeah, we're gonna have 3 par 3s all in pretty much the same spot. Actually, and our fourth one's over here. I went with back-to-back par 3s because I can't remember the last time I've done that, and I wanted to do something a little odd on this one, but now I'm not 100% sold on that idea, but we'll see. But yeah, I like the way that one looks. It's off to a good start. Although I can do, since we've got time, and I don't know if I want to dive too much into like starting another hole, since I'm not going to be able to remotely finish that on stream. I suppose we can do a little bit of the finishing work for this hole. Since I just realized, like, oh yeah, like now that I'm actually playing around with uploading these to YouTube and whatnot. No, we want these to be narrower in that direction. So we got those two, and then I'll throw another one just over, maybe right about there. And those will be our tee boxes for this one. Easy enough. Whoa, that was noisy. Oh yeah, it's just ice coming off the roof. Everything's starting to melt, so all the ice that was hanging on the side of the roof is starting to slide off. To be fair, it like routing wise, it made sense for this hole. But I think I had originally had one of these as a short par 4, and I wasn't totally sold on it. Yeah, I think I had moved this tee back here and made this a short 4, and I'm just like, I'm gonna make it a 3 instead. Or rather, once I realized that, oh, I kind of want to try back-to-back threes, then I realized that, oh, this routing makes more sense, I think, or it's a little easier with just par 3s instead of a short par 4. uh, Today, no, because I'm actually leaving after the stream. I'm gonna go grab some lunch and do some other stuff. So I will not be randomly streaming into the afternoon this time. So this will just be joy of planting, and then I'm done. Otherwise, yes, I would totally just jump into other course files to, see about like finishing them, working on them, and then just diving into random rounds. Because that's totally how I would. Oh, I need to lower that tee box, I think. Now it's blocking my view here. We'll see. Ooh, that is a harsh drop off there. Kind of raise this hill just a little more. And then get out the big fuzzy brush uh, yeah, just to kind of ease all that hill into something a little bit almost manageable. Alright, that's just about good. I know, not very exciting, but I figured, I have a little bit of time to work, and we want to get this as close to. I don't know if I'll do any planting, but um, but we can at least set this up so it makes for a good screen capture for the icon of the video when we're done. Yeah, I like the way this looks. This turned out nice. Sure, the greens will require a little bit of help as we go. Like, I'm not sure we're 100% there in terms of green sculpting for that one, but we're close. So I like how you can, even with the trees there, you can kind of still see that hole from a lot of points on the property. Although not any of the first couple holes, which is a little bit of a downer. Although, oh, you get a great view of it from 7 green. That's kind of cool. In like 11 fairway maybe, sort of. Well, you can kind of see it from 10. Alright, so this one's going to be tough. So I gotta raise this one up. So this one's a brute of a par 4. We can get away with moving the tee up just a little. So I can raise this guy. Alright, there we go. That will work. Now we just need to lower all this stuff. Although I don't want to lower the tee box for 2 that much. The joys of a compact routing is that I can't do tons of land movement on. I could do something like make this kind of blind if I wanted. I mean, which isn't. Although it's in such a way, it's hard to really justify this as a blind hole when it's 500 and change yards, like, and uphill. Alright, so let's see, what are my other really long par 4s? Oh, so this is about the same length. I could probably uh, shrink that one in. This one's also 480. That's nuts. we can yeah, we don't need all these really long plus I kind of want this green to interact a little more with uh, the stream that I'm building here. So maybe something a little closer makes more sense. Also off stream, I added in a little bit more of a little bit more of a stream and threw a couple like bridge ideas down. Not sure what I'm gonna do with that one, but I threw that one in, which I liked. Oh, actually, I think there's a not curved version of that one I could use for the other one. Oh, it's just this one, which kind of works. I could throw some fencing on it, maybe. And that could work. Who knows? Actually, you know what? What the hell? I'm gonna do a quick save. That's what we're gonna do for the rest of this stream. Maybe is because this one's functional, but it's kind of boring. I can create my own bridge here. We're gonna go play around with some stuff. All right, so we want bridges standalone. We're gonna do this one, and it'll require some sculpting later. But we're gonna go set this up here, so it's just out of the water. Because I think I can throw some railings on this one um, with fencing options, and that will work. That'll create kind of an interesting look. And I can do some like brick posts that to look like supports here. Oh, nope, I lowered it too much. So there we go. That looks like, I mean, it's not the most exciting, it doesn't look very hefty, but at least it looks like supports. So we can throw a couple of those in. Maybe we'll throw, I should measure these out, but I can go back and do that later. We're just testing the idea out. Later we can go in and do the final version of this where we make sure the gapping is consistent. And yeah, I'm just going to test this idea quickly and throw a temp one in. So they'll look a little uneven and a little sloppy, but that's okay. Of course, you gotta let Texan know. That looks okay. That looks substantial enough. All right, and then I think we want to do this fence on them. Or yeah, that one looks a little weird. This fence on them. That looks better. So I want this to line up just about right. Whoops. Then is that too high? Maybe we lower it just a touch. Yeah, whatever. That's a start. Dang it. It's not gonna. Oh, there it goes. Oh, whoops. Alright, so undo that. So I guess we're getting too close to the edge. I need to just move it back ever so slightly. and it's even the perfect length. Look at that. That's cool. Alright, that worked out nicely. I actually kind of like that. That's a substantial looking bridge, and it's different. I know, it's almost like you're the one who came up with it. Well, at least you showed me how to do this kind of trick with bridges. With all the Seven Oak bridges, which were awesome. Come on, give me something, game. There it goes. I know this is very exciting, but hey. We're trying something different, and you know, we might get a cool bridge idea out of it for when I finish this area up. Yeah, that looks nice. Yeah, I feel you, man. It's tough. Oh, I forgot we have all these canvas walls too. I was gonna say, did they add I feel like they added different colors to this with the new update. I don't remember the red being there. Or the blue. I imagine people are going to come up with some really interesting creative ideas with that one. Yeah, I do want flatten. There we go. Again, I can we can play with the sculpting later, but there we go. That would work for a bridge. Obviously the posts need to be adjusted, but that's a start. Oh, yeah, I think I thought it was green. Oh, black and green. I thought it was white and green, but maybe you're right. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think we're about there in terms of I don't really want to start a whole nother start building another hole at this point. Um, let's see how uphill is this one? This one I could make this just obnoxious. So that's about flat. So you could hit it to about there. And then oh, it's actually not even uphill. I could definitely make this hole longer. I thought this was going to be rather uphill. All right, we can definitely make this par 4 just obnoxious. All right. So we'll do a quick save, and then I think we'll do a quick playthrough of what we've got so far. Yeah, I scrolled through it, and I thought I'm not positive. I thought these two little spruces are new. I don't remember seeing them, but I could be wrong. I flipped through all the trees trying to find what was new, and couldn't find anything that really jumped out at me. I know the ash stump is new, but that's about it. I think it's funny how the front nine or the front nine's gonna start with a par five that's just about as long as the par four that the nine ends on. Oh, what a shot! Yeah, we'll take that. Kick an eagle, please. True. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. Gotta. What does PMI even mean, Rick? Backboarding. There you go. I do like the way this hole's framed. That looks so nice. I gotta be honest. The Detroit Golf Club is honestly like in just in terms of like it's not like the most exciting Ross design, but it is a Donald Ross course, so there's some decent interest to it there, and it is the most well constructed official course that I've seen. So in terms of like I hate playing the official courses, and that's one that I would honestly go play in like a random match. Like I don't mind it at all. In fact, I might throw. We could actually throw that in on the backboarding week in the PMI backboarding classic on Courier Cup because I actually really don't mind playing that one. So if you haven't played it, give it a go. It's pretty solid. It's not gonna blow your socks off. It's not like it's not the craziest golf experience you're gonna have, but it's pretty well constructed. Yes, TTC Sod Farm. We're gonna have to work Sod Farm um, into the name of the tournament that week. They go to Twin Cities. I like this little green complex here. I mean, obviously I'll have to contour it and whatnot, but I think overall this hole needs a little bit of work in terms of visuals. And the tee shot's not as exciting as it could be. But otherwise, I think we're off to a good start here. TPC mirror reach. That's great. Oh, I still need to add we need to throw some more bunkers on this one and maybe adjust some of the fairway contours. But the general concepts of this hole are there. I like this one because it's an easy layup, but potentially very difficult. I just give you the chance to go for it in two, but you need some of the longer club sets, and you need two really good shots. I don't know if I've actually succeeded in hitting and holding this green yet. And then we've got this shortish, hard dogleg one over this corner, where actually I'll probably just hit the 3 wood. It's I mean it's of course the driver over the corner isn't that difficult. Legend of BMX Falls. Oh, that's that's an interesting idea. I feel like April Fool's Week we need to like throw a really odd course on there. Obviously, I want it to be playable, but um, I'm not above putting a joke course on the schedule at some point. This one's turned out pretty decent. Again, it could use a little bit of adjustments in terms of sculpting, but and the green still needs to be done. But I like the start of this one. I was a little worried about this land site in terms of being able to build a golf hole on it, and I think this turned out really cool. Oh, I still need to put the rough fringe around the Absolutely. So, but here's the question: how would it be a Jerry Shields tribute if you don't have the asinine par three on Storm King, whatever that like 260 yarder with like no landing area? So it's that whole thing of how can you invoke something that's very bad and make it playable? I'd be very interested to see that. Yeah, I like how this one turned out. I think this might be my favorite hole in the course so far. I have faith. I'm just, it's a fine line you're treading. This one I still have no idea what I'm going to do with it, but of course I think I said that about 7, so we'll figure it out. I suppose it's a long hole and I might not I don't really need to put any crazy fairway bunkers in it. So, we'll figure it out. 10 and I think but the back nine's going to it's going to come out firing. Like 10 and 11 look like they could be really awesome. At the very least, visually this one looks great, and it's a relatively benign enough piece of land that I think I can put a really cool hole in here. 11's going to be a blast. But we'll just I know we're going to waste time blowing through these, but I kind of want to whoops. There we go. Like, this one's going to be fun. I like the way this one looks. I'll have to do some more sculpting over there to bring this down to kind of creek level, I think, but yeah. And then we have the 2 par 3s, which should be fun. So yeah, I think we'll see. And then 14 will be this will probably be when this one gets interesting because actually because I was going to say with the stream running through I don't have a ton of land movement to play with, and then I realized, oh, never mind, I can I can totally raise like that this spot up some and this spot up some so that 15 can be substantially uphill. This is my drivable one, right? Yes. Except that it's 30 feet uphill, so I probably need to shorten it in order for this to be drivable. Yep, no worry, Maddie. Have a good one. Yeah, I think I hit my hour. I think I need to get moving at some point here, so I think I too am gonna sign off here. But again, it was fun. Actually, here before I forget, I'm just gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a quick snapshot of what our thumbnail will be for the video. Get our little Actually, hold on. I can shift the view just a little. Well, no, this is fine because it'll cut off the right side anyway. Yeah, I'll just take another one. All right, but anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in, and actually, let's see if anyone else is live. We can go raid somebody. But anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in. Whoops, had accidentally had my stream open in the background. My apologies. Let's go repeat myself. Pleaded's live. Let's go raid him. All right. Anyway, thank you everybody. We'll go do a raid here. Ooh, yes. Go, Dan, go. Of course, how shortly do you mean? I could just raid you if you want. If you're going to be on in a minute or two. I mean, again, it's like no hurry, but if it's less than 5 minutes, I can just raid you. If it's 15 or so, then I'll just go raid somebody else. C Flip 15. I have no idea who that is, honestly. Admittedly, I'm not familiar with everybody in the TGC community. I know a lot of people, but not all of them. Of course, Ben. Of course. Of course, I ban. I think can when you ban somebody from a channel, can they even just sit around and continue to watch? I don't know if they can. Need to make some coffee. Yeah. You know what? What the hell? I can hang around for 5 to 10. It's fine by me. So never mind. We're a slight delay in signing off, but we can. I don't know. We can start sketching something out. Just let me know when you want to go live, and then we'll raid you. All right. Nah, it's fine, Dan. I'm not in that much of a hurry. I'm not doing a whole lot, but I just figured I needed to go grab lunch, and then I was gonna go watch some football or something. And paint. I need to do some painting today. I said I was gonna do it yesterday, and just didn't end up sitting down and doing any. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna paint and watch football. All right. So let's see here. Oh yeah, I already measured out 300. So that's our landing area down there. So we probably want to make this run a little more to the right. We don't want it. Uh, we don't want shots running into that tee box at all. So we'll throw some, a safety tree or two in here. Yeah, something like that's fine. Of course, I can actually. I'm gonna throw some bunkers in that you can just carry with driver. I think that'll be the goal, and we'll route it out this way. I think since this is a longer hole, we'll be a little bit more generous with your landing area. Can we stream the painting? Unfortunately, I am not set up to do that. Plus, I won't be at home. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go over to my dad's this afternoon. So I will have no setup for painting. So actually, I'm almost thinking this hill is a little dramatic. I mean, I like the hill, but it's just a little. Oh, did it? Oh, I was gonna say, oh, it hung for a second. I thought my computer just crashed. I was gonna be very upset. Also, I think we can make a longer green that's a little, um, you know, kind of that narrow, deep green. Yes, save, thank you. We'll do that. Although I only saved a couple minutes ago, so I wouldn't be losing a whole lot, but screen might be a little big. Okay, yeah, it's 45 deep and 25 wide. Yeah, that's fine. But we can, we'll shorten it at the top there. Yeah, it's really hesitating all of a sudden for some reason. But anyway, yeah, so we'll throw that green in there. And we'll probably just throw a couple. We'll do kind of an apron, and then probably throw a couple bunkers short. I think something like that. And that will be that for this one, minus some sculpting adjustments, because the land that this one sits on is a little odd, if I'm being honest. Like, this area needs to be raised a little bit. Not a ton necessarily, but a little bit. Hey Trash Man, how's it going? Unfortunately, you're hopping in right at the very end of this stream. I'm only going to be on for a couple more minutes until Dan starts streaming. But, you know, I'm sure I'll be streaming at some point before too long in the future. And, and you have Dan to follow if you want. He should be doing some interesting design. All right, that's not bad. Yep, no worries. Okay, actually, just because I'm already here, I am gonna go ahead and just pencil in the surfaces for this one. We don't need to do anything too finalized, but just because I'm here and I don't want to forget what I'm doing, we're gonna go pencil in the hole that we had laid out, uh, and then we're gonna go raid Dan. Oops, no, I want green. There it goes, and but anyway, so thanks again everybody for tuning in. You know, and I wasn't really planning on streaming today, but I just had I had an opportunity to sit down and do something. And appreciate all of you guys coming in and hanging out with me while I putz around on this design. Let's see. Of course, at this rate, I'm gonna have to, since this is uh, since I'm planning to make this a contest course, and the window's not going to open for a long while, I might have to slow down on this one. So we might have to come up with a different project to start doing for these streams. So if there's anything you wanna see in particular, just let me know. I'm sure we can come up with something. All right, so there we go. There's our rough concept, and we can go ahead and call this a morning stream. Done. That works. Alright. Well, let's go raid Dan. Oh, might need to reset my your modem. Okay, so false alarm yet again. Alright. Well, yeah, just ping me when you're oh, man, now my game's starting to really stutter for some reason. Again, we'll do a quick save. Not the end of the world. I am excited to wow, this really is stuttery. But yeah, I'm excited with what we've I know he's doing a great job of it. Wow, I don't know why this is so bad. I don't know if it's just the designer or if it's the game. I might have to cut it here and just rate him after I cut the stream. But yeah, whatever. We'll I don't know. Do raids work if somebody's not online? I can't remember. Regardless, I think I have to turn the game off anyway. So, here, let's give it a shot. We'll figure it out. Yep, no worries. Thank you, Jack, for tuning in. was great having you. Yep, okay, it looks like it'll still let me rate him. So we'll just do that, and, Dan will come on at some point. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Until next time, have a good one.